Chicago is the most dangerous city in America. That is what you have heard. That is what gets repeated. That is what fills the comment section of every Chicago travel video on YouTube. It is a reputation that scares thousands of travelers away from visiting one of the most stunning skylines on Earth, and almost none of it is accurate. This is Wishspots, and today we look at the actual numbers, the verified data, the facts that the headlines consistently leave out, because Chicago deserves better than the story it keeps being told about itself. Let's start with the most repeated claim. Chicago is the murder capital of America. Here is what the FBI crime statistics actually show. When you measure homicides per 100,000 residents, Chicago does not rank first. According to the most recent FBI Uniform Crime Report, Chicago ranks 28th in murder rate per capita among American cities, with a population over 100,000. Cities like St. Louis, Baltimore, and Memphis have significantly higher rates. So while the media focuses on the raw numbers to generate panic, millions of visitors are safely walking the Magnificent Mile every single day, completely unaware of the statistical reality. The rate, the number that actually tells you how dangerous a city is, gets ignored. Chicago is not one city experiencing universal danger. It is a collection of 77 distinct community areas. According to the Chicago Police Department, 77% of all violent crime is concentrated in just 10 of those 77 community areas. This means the vast majority of Chicago's geography, the places you actually want to visit like the Lakefront, Lincoln Park, River North, and the Loop, experiences crime rates comparable to or lower than most major American cities. A tourist snapping photos at Millennium Park or taking a riverboat architecture tour is statistically far more likely to be struck by lightning than to be the victim of violent crime. Chicago crime is going down significantly. In 2024, overall violent crime dropped by 14% and carjackings fell by over 30%. In 2025, the downward trend continued and the city ended the year with 416 total homicides, its lowest number since 1965. While the crime rate rolled back decades, the city's tourism infrastructure exploded, with new luxury hotels and Michelin-starred restaurants opening across the downtown grid. Danger gets clicks, so the massive improvement gets ignored. The narrative stays frozen in a moment that the data has already moved past. The argument that Chicago's gun laws don't work ignores geography. Illinois has strict laws, neighboring Indiana does not. According to the University of Chicago Crime Lab, approximately 60% of guns recovered from Chicago crime scenes were originally purchased in other states, primarily Indiana. It is a regional border issue, not a downtown tourism issue. Chicago cannot control what happens at a gun store 20 miles away across a state border, but it tightly controls the security of its major transit hubs like O'Hare International, ensuring the millions of travelers flying in every month arrive safely. The numbers don't lie about safety, and they don't lie about tourism either. In 2025, Chicago welcomed an incredible 56.8 million visitors, generating a record-breaking $21.5 billion in visitor spending. People are not flocking to a city they are terrified of. They are coming to walk the 1.25-mile waterfront path of the Chicago Riverwalk, to see masterpieces at the Art Institute of Chicago, and to eat at some of the best restaurants in the world. In fact, for the 9th year in a row in 2025, Condé Nast Traveler named Chicago the best big city in the United States. Yes, the city has real struggles with economic inequality in specific communities, but both things are true simultaneously. It has serious issues, but it remains an unmatched global destination. The numbers say Chicago is not the most dangerous city in America. The data says crime is concentrated, not universal. What Chicago deserves is an honest story, one that is honest about the problems and honest about the reality. The reality is Chicago is an extraordinary city, and skipping it because of a myth means missing out on an American masterpiece. This is Wishspots. We will see you at the next wonder.